Welcome to another edition of In the Dugout with head coach Terry Rooney. Coach, tonight your team is taking on in-state rivalry UCF. What are you expecting out of your players?
Well, we're expecting another great effort. Obviously, we played pretty well this weekend. I was very proud this past weekend that we won a couple of different ways. We swung the bats very well, but the two consistent things that we did this past weekend is we pitched and we played very good defense. So I'm expecting a great game tonight. Listen, South Florida, UCF is a tremendous rivalry. Everybody knows. On the other side of it, too, we do play 56 regular season games, so it's one of 56 during the regular season. But obviously, from a fan support standpoint, we're expecting a great crowd tonight. As we sit here a few hours before game time, it's a beautiful day, so I'm hoping to have one of the largest crowds. But, we're going to have to play well tonight. There's no question. We're starting to get in to the meat of our schedule, playing a lot of the in-state opponents. We're close to getting into conference, so the biggest thing that I'm looking for is to make sure that we continue to improve every time out.
And going into this season, we knew we had an aggressive offense, but can you tell me a little more specifically about the pitching?
Well, I'll tell you, our pitching has done a great job so far, I think, overall. The thing I've been most proud of is that we're continuing to throw a lot of strikes, which has been huge, something that we continue to talk about. Offensively, as we talked about, I still think, without question, we have one of the best offenses in the country, but it's been nice that we've been able to win a couple of different ways. I told our guys the other night, really I've told them the last few weeks, that we need to win a 2-1 game. We need to win a 1-0 game. We need to win that 3-2 game. And up until this weekend, two of our losses were by 1 run. So I want to make sure we won a one-run game. And obviously we did that by winning 2-1. So our pitching's been great. The one thing that I'm really proud of with these kids is that our starters have been going deep. When we talked about it as a coaching staff, and I talked about the team about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago after we got back from Alabama, I said, look, pitching-wise, there's two things that need to happen. Number one, our starters have to go deeper into games. And number two, we need to get a lefty out of our bullpen for late. And Nick Sissio has been that guy for us, late. Joe Rogers is obviously there, but Sissio has done an unbelievable job for us. And look what our starting pitchers have done this past weekend. We had a couple complete games. Look what we did in the middle of the week. They've been going 6, 7, 8 innings. So obviously I'm very pleased with that right now.
And besides the pitching, what other improvements have you noticed this season as opposed to last season?
It's a great question. I think the biggest improvement that I've seen so far, and although we're only 16 games in, I think the biggest thing that I see is the same thing probably the fans see, is that we're just older. We're just older. Last year we played 5 freshmen every single day. Those guys are a year older now. They're all sophomores, and they know what to expect now. And that's a big thing that I'm really hoping tonight that we're going to see. Last year the thing I was really proud of during these midweek state games that we always bounced back. But the problem is that we lost at home. We kind of lost some of these games at home against Miami and South Florida and those kinds of things. But we were able to always bounce back. So that shows you the resiliency of our team. And I think part of that was we played some of these games very early in the year last year. We have 5 freshmen out there. Even the junior college kids, everybody was new. So it was a different environment playing in front of 2,000-3,000 people. I think they've been there, done that now. We were battle tested earlier in the year going to the South Alabama tournament tonight. I think tonight we're going to have a heck of a crowd. And I think our guys show up to the field every single day expecting to win. It doesn't guarantee success, but this program, and this is the reason this coaching staff's here, the reason we recruited back-to-back top 20 recruiting classes, is to compete at the highest level of college baseball. We're off to a great start, but in order to do it, we've got something to prove. That's kind of been our little bit of our motto and our theme here, as of late, that we got to show up every day, and we're playing with something to prove. And there's a lot of things that go into that, amongst our team and our coaching staff, obviously with something to prove. But I can tell you that these guys are going to play a little bit of an edge tonight against South Florida.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to be a great game. Speaking of those freshmen getting older, what about any incoming freshmen you had this year that stand out to you?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, for the recruiting class that we brought in, it was heavy pitching. We brought in 8 of 11 pitchers. And I think Ben Lively is obviously the guy that everybody can see has really emerged and stepped up as a freshman. He was a little bit of a late start, a little bit of an injury early, and then you look what he did, his first collegiate start, goes against Alabama and obviously beats them on a Sunday. And since then, he's continued to progress and do a great game this past week. So I think Ben Lively, it's not surprising what he's done. That's why we brought him in. The kid was a draft pick last year, turned down a lot of money to come to school, and he's doing what we all hoped he'd do, and hopefully continue to do so.
Thank you so much, Coach, and good luck in the game tonight. I know it's going to be a great one. And thanks for watching UCFathletics.com. I'm Rebecca Hurley.